Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another week of the Love Wisdom at the Sacred Heart Awakenings group. I am delighted to be here in another week to share another Love Wisdom message with you. And I am grateful for those who are joining in live and those who watch in the replay land as well. So, saying hello to all of you and sending you much hugs and vibrational love energy as we navigate through these changes. And we're in a new month of September now, 2020, starting the month of September. And as we enter into some new planets that go into retrograde, like Mars, planning to go retrograde. And we just had the full moon energy this week, the vortex energy of releasing and letting go of more of our deeper emotions that no longer serve us. And it's time to transmute them to be of higher love and be lighter in our own hearts. So in today's Love Wisdom message, I would like to share about self-image, how to start to increase your self-image, and how, as a guidance, I will share towards the end of this video 9 sacred steps to really boost your self-image. And as a bonus step, I will share one more with you, very important top sacred bonus step for you to follow. So stay tuned for some of it. And I would like to first talk about the Facebook group. First of all, please invite others who align with us in love, in the love community, and increase that love community to join the Sacred Heart Awakenings Facebook group. I invite you, if you're listening to this video for the first time, to come and join the Love Tribe, which is part of the Sacred Heart Awakenings group. And it's open to all around the world and open community. And of course, if you haven't been to my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe to the channel and click like on the videos that I have organized in there for you. So thank you so much for all your support and for being a part of the tribe. I am so honored and so grateful to be here on this sacred service here on this planet at the moment. So let's get started then now on the subject about the self-image and getting started on the steps for self-image. So for self-image, why do you ever find yourself, why do you criticize yourself so much when you look at yourself? Or do you ever find yourself criticizing yourself? For instance, if you ever look at yourself and you say, I don't like the way my hips look, or I don't like the way my legs look. And all those things are over-analyzing, over-criticizing yourself. And that's part of the self-image that we portray on ourselves. And that just doesn't help us in the long run. It just becomes a broken record in a program, in a pattern that keeps repeating itself. And it gets recorded subconsciously as well if it's not taken care of now. And of course, we may also have some of those karmic patterns and ancestral patterns as well that also got programmed from these past lives that we don't remember all the details, but they're still buried within ourselves and they're still lingering around and being projected in one way or another. So it's a matter of us reprogramming ourselves to really realign ourselves to think differently. So why is self-image so important? Well, self-image is all about us and our own inner selves. And that is like denying your own soul of your own presence here on earth. And your soul is so sacred and so loving and pure. And it's just so beautiful and attractive force. And so it is much needed here on earth to be able for you to connect with your own higher source connection so that you align with your own divine purpose and mission and be a better service here for humanity and for earth. And of course, whatever your soul is calling that purpose may be, it's unique to you. And we all come with our own unique talents. So it's important for that self-image to be boosted and polished and be strengthened, because that is also your own confidence. As they call it, the self-confidence within us, and it's our own inner strength and power that we carry inside of us, and we deserve to have all that for sure. You deserve it. You deserve to have all of that. So getting into some of the I keep saying 8, I like that number, but the 9 sacred steps that we can start to really increase our self-image, which is also part of our self-esteem. Number one sacred step is the mirror. Now, just imagine yourself that I am your mirror, and I am reflecting to you at the moment. And I am saying to you that you are beautiful, and you are just beautiful just the way you are, in all ways, in all aspects. And so do this as a daily practice when you go to, say, a mirror in the bathroom or your bedroom or wherever you have a mirror. And just look at your own reflection. Like literally talk to yourself in the mirror and boost yourself with energies, and just tell yourself what makes you beautiful. Notice all aspects of you and be grateful for each one of those aspects of you, and having an actual body to carry your own soul, to be able to serve now here on earth. Because your soul is your body is your temple for your soul. And so now is the time to really start looking at yourself in a loving way, and in the mirror, and reflecting to your own self, your own beauty, and your own love. And so do that as a daily practice, and just really start to really look at yourself in that way. And it may be hard at first, that will be a challenge where where the mental thinking mind will become a little over analytical, and the ego may try to play the games of telling you why you're not otherwise. Those are just voices and just an illusion. Of course, you may also want to acknowledge why they're coming up and where it's coming from, because it's not you, it's not your soul. The pure soul knows of your own inner beauty. So do this practice in the mirror. Sacred step number 2 is journaling. So let's journal your thoughts. What keeps coming up as far as what image you have of yourself. As a first step, list down the things that you love about yourself. And of course, if things come up that you feel you do not like, write them down anyway, and just think about where they're coming from, why they're coming up, and is it from you, or is it coming from somewhere else, or is it coming from maybe some pattern that you've already had in you and you're just now becoming aware of. So journaling also opens up the pathway for you to start to really dig into your self-image of yourself, and to align yourself with your own beauty, and in a way that is of facing yourself. Now, these steps that I share with you, I've done myself. I am one who suffered a lot from self-image, I would say my whole life. And the thing that triggered me to really start to confront myself and really dig inside and just really pump myself up and start getting my self-image boosted was by following these steps that I share with you. And of course, that took many years for me to really realize, and confronting it was the hardest step to do. It's a very challenging thing because there's a bit of the pride, there's a bit of the whole like loneliness and depression that pops up, and all these things that the ego will try to play with you in the illusion of making you think that you don't deserve this. But in fact, you do deserve this. And that is why I am encouraging you and motivating you and inspiring you to move forward with these steps, and just at least start with something to really boost your own self-image. So sacred step number 3. One of the main reasons why we are also suffering from our own criticism. Our worst critics is ourselves and our own self-image, is because of what the media and how the media portrays certain people. That includes men and women, especially like some models that get portrayed are shown that the media tries to portray this image that you must be a certain size, you must be a certain look in order for you to be successful. But look past all that and just refilter it. And just, in other words, maybe just cut down on that media and cut down on certain like movies that portray that, for instance, or certain like reality shows that portray that are probably not really good role models and examples. You may want to just go into following other role models who really inspire you to want to move forward and embrace your own self-image. For instance, like listening to love wisdom videos in Sacred Heart Awakenings group is another way to boost the self-image as well. Or watch a movie that is motivational. And number 4, read a book that's self-motivational book. Something that boosts your confidence. And it's just not just the book, but it could be also a movie as well that does motivate you and create some kind of like self-image, self-esteem increase in you, encourages and motivates. And again, you could watch the Love Wisdoms here in the Sacred Heart Awakenings group, which are inspirational and motivational, and me telling you that you are beautiful and know this to be true for sure that it is, because I've lived it for myself in my own personal experience. And so now I share this with you with so much love and so much love wisdom that I also want the same for you, to also experience this boost in your life and build this confidence in all the things that you do. So the sacred step number 5, shift your perception. Okay, so now if you really are becoming aware of your thoughts and looking more conscious aware, for instance, you're doing the journaling, you're noticing that these things are popping up with the ego, well then start to make those transformational changes and really see how you can embrace it first of all and say thank you for showing up in my life, and just saying that I love you the way you are, because all aspects of you want to be loved, and that includes even the shadow aspect. And so whatever may come up, just acknowledge it, but also transmute it. Don't dwell on it, don't overanalyze it. You know, it's okay to just look at it and just learn from it, but not to the point that you're gonna get overly attached, because then that's not serving you either. And as I've talked before in some of my love wisdom videos, I've shared about love, attachment and detachment and how to proceed with all that as well. But all of this, you know, also is an example of things for you to start working on as far as your own self-image. And sacred step number 6, an affirmation. So now that you've just been able to shift some of that perception, you can also refill your cup with affirming to yourself and telling yourself, for example, I am beautiful. And you can keep saying that as a daily practice. You can say that in the mirror as well and say, I am beautiful. Or you can say it to yourself, say, you are beautiful, and see how that makes you feel, how that changes your attitude, how that changes your mentality. It's just a whole like reprogramming going on as part of the self-image reprogramming. And the sacred step number 7 is exercise. Well, exercise, it's been said that produces a chemical. It's a hormone that's produced in the body. It's called the endorphin. And so this endorphin is a natural painkiller, but it's also like a natural way of boosting some of that self-confidence and self-image. And that is exactly what I did when I went through my divorce. The first thing I started to do is I need to go exercise. So I did my walking, I did my running, And the running just really pumps you up in so many ways. It seems to create more endorphins. It's almost like a natural hormone chemical high in your body, without the drugs. It's just a natural thing that the body produces. And so that also changes your mentality and your whole way of thinking as well, and your perception. So doing some of that helps. And dancing is also a way of exercise. So you put on some good music and you dance the way you want to dance. And like, for example, like the indigenous and the Native Americans, as an example, they do a lot of dancing rituals in their performance. But guess where they got most of that? Guess who their ancestors are? Well, a lot of the ancient civilizations like Lemuria. And so the Lemurians were always known to do these sacred rituals of dancing because they were tuned in with the earth's vibration, and that's how they kept all the ley lines and everything of the grid system in alignment and in unity and together. And so this is how also the self-esteem, the self-confidence, and the boost is increased as well. It's through doing some of this exercise, which includes some dancing, some form of expressing yourself in some way. Could be running, could be dancing, just some examples for you, but you choose the one that works for you. And the sacred step number 8 is breathing, and maybe doing some yoga, some stretches to help you as well to relax in some of that mentality. And scientists have shown how yoga can also rewire the brain as well, and there is some level of endorphins as well. So all of these also help the heart too, because a lot of aspects of the self-image, the self-esteem also starts within the heart. And the minute that you align yourself with your own self-love in the heart, attunement, it also boosts some of that self-esteem and self-image as well. And so the sacred step number 9 is meditation. And meditation is a form of you connecting with your higher self, and that it reminds you that of your own beauty and your own inner beauty, and you radiate your own inner beauty. So the more you connect through your own meditation and your higher self, the more you start to align with your own inner beauty as well. And following these steps as a guide is how you can really start this self-image boost in your life and increasing it. So I also wanted to share the big bonus step, the final one, of how also to boost your self-image. But before getting into that, of course, like if you really are suffering right now from really trying to work on yourself, you've made some changes in your life, just know that you are not alone and you can always seek help. That is why I'm offering the complimentary Sacred Heart Awakenings breakthrough session to my Sacred Heart Awakenings members and groups. So please sign up and apply. I just announced this week of my new website, which I am so excited to share with you. And there's just so much information in there to share. So please go ahead and visit the website and click apply to my complimentary session that I just talked about, because I want to help and dig deeper with you what's going on in your life. So the big bonus sacred step for you to really help you in boosting your self-image is to hang out with people who really uplift you, who are good vibes and good energy to be around with, and really just show up in your life to really boost you up so much. And thank you so much for your comments, Shavana and Kat, for all that you're writing. Thank you so much for being here live right now. It means a lot. But so just hanging out with people who are good vibes, going back to the last bonus step of what I just mentioned, is that like hanging out with the Sacred Heart Awakenings group as an example is really high vibrational, And so this is a place to really motivate and inspire you. And those are the kind of people you should be hanging around with, is the ones who really encourage you and motivate you to go forward in everything that you do and see you as a soul. You know, they're just like a true friend or a true family in your life. And they're not so focused on this whole thing about this whole image, but what's inside of you. Because your best and truest image, truest beauty of an image is inside of you already. You just need to align with it and activate it inside of you and start to work on those steps. If you're really willing to make those changes, you will make those changes as I made those changes myself. And so that's why I share this with you now as a message, because that is exactly what I experienced. And so I wish this for you in so many ways. And so I welcome your feedback and your comments as you watch this video. And I hope that you'll have a great evening and you enjoy this weekend. It's a long weekend, holiday weekend for those in the United States. So enjoy this weekend of Labor Day weekend. And I wish you all so much love and compassion. And may you go forward with so much love. So take care, everybody. Blessings.